Before you can actually search a website in LucidWorks, or really with any other search platform, you need to create an index of all the content. For most websites, content changes over time. Web pages get updated or added, or pages become obsolete and are deleted. The best way to ensure that your users can find this newly changed content is to crawl your site regularly. In this video, we're going to learn how to set up a schedule so that LucidWorks has the right content indexed when your users perform searches. We're assuming that you can log into the LucidWorks dashboard and that you have created at least one collection. Let's go ahead and log in now by entering your username and password and clicking Sign In. Today we'll work with Collection 1, so click its name at the bottom and we'll get to the Collection 1 dashboard. Crawl schedules are set up by data sources rather than by collection. If you want to start a crawl manually, simply click the Start Crawl button to the right of the data source name at the bottom of the screen. However, if you want to create a regular schedule, start by clicking on the data source name. This screen has three sections. At the top, Settings for the collection, and at the bottom is the crawl history, which shows any recent crawl activity. In the middle, you see the crawl schedule, and see there are no crawls scheduled right now. To schedule a crawl, click the Edit button on the far right of the screen. You can schedule crawls hourly, daily, or weekly. For hourly crawls, use the pull-down menu to select how many minutes past the hour you'd like to have the schedule occur. For daily crawls, select the Daily menu and you pick the time each day that you want the crawl to occur. Note the time here is given in UTC, or Coordinated Universal Time. Remember to take that into consideration as you schedule a time for each day. If you want to schedule a weekly crawl, you schedule the time and which day of the week you want the crawl to occur on. Another thing you'll notice here is a checkbox for active. Once you set a crawl schedule, it defaults to being active. That is, the crawl will take place at the time you specified. Occasionally, you may want to temporarily suspend crawling, perhaps to do a large number of updates to your site. To disable a scheduled crawl temporarily, simply deselect the active button there. This suspends the scheduled crawls without removing the details of the crawl itself. If you do suspend crawling, remember to come back to re-enable it. If you forget, your users won't be able to find new or updated content, or may even see results for pages that no longer exist. When you hear these kinds of complaints, the first thing to do is see if crawling is active. Let's set up an hourly crawl to run every hour at 25 minutes after the hour. I'll make it active and click Save. Now on this page we've got a summary for any existing scheduled crawls. Once a scheduled crawl has run, you'll see a summary telling you when the last crawl took place, how long it took, and whether it's active or not. You'll probably notice that updates take much less time than the initial crawl. As it crawls, LucidWorks looks at every page, but if the page hasn't changed, it doesn't have to read the full content of the page. Let's look at a couple of more details before we finish. Go back to the Collection 1 dashboard, and you'll notice that each data source has a summary of the crawls. If you click into the data source name, you'll see a table showing crawling details. When you look at this page, make sure you don't see any unexpected changes in the number of documents between crawls. Generally speaking, web content stays pretty stable, and if you suddenly are missing a large number of pages, you may have a broken link or some other site error. Finally, from the top menu, you can also highlight indexing, and on the far right you'll see schedules. Click there and you'll see a status of all the crawls that have occurred. In this video, you've seen what schedules are, why you should use them, and how to schedule a crawl to occur on a regular schedule. You've seen how to suspend a scheduled crawl, and a couple of ways to check on the status for your scheduled crawls. Thanks for watching.